So hello everyone. Today we are going to study a very important topic from thorax, and the name of that topic is mediastinum. Name of the topic is mediastinum. Now mediastinum is the space. It's the middle space between the two lungs. Okay, mediastinum is the middle space in left in the thoracic cavity between the two lungs. So between the two lungs is a space called as mediastinum. So if this is lung of one side and this is the lung of the left side, the space in between, this space is mediastinum. Therefore, when we studied the lung also, the medial surface of the lung was divided into anterior mediastinal surface and posterior vertebral surface. Okay. Now let us see the boundaries of mediastinum. Let us see the boundaries of mediastinum. Now this is the manubrium. This is the sternum. Anteriorly, they form the boundaries. Posteriorly is the vertebral column ranging from T1 to T12. T1 to T12. So this is the superior aperture of the thorax, superiorly, and inferiorly is the diaphragm. So posteriorly is the vertebral column. Anteriorly is manubrium and sternum. Superiorly is the superior aperture. Superiorly is the plane of the thoracic inlet, and inferiorly is diaphragm. Inferiorly is the diaphragm. Now, this angle between the manubrium and the sternum is the angle of Louis, manubriosternal angle. It corresponds to T4 vertebra. And this divides the mediastinum into superior mediastinum and inferior mediastinum. Superior mediastinum and inferior mediastinum. This inferior mediastinum is divided due to presence of pericardium. What is this pericardium? Into three parts. Anterior mediastinum, the pericardium and its content, they form middle mediastinum, and behind the pericardium is posterior mediastinum. So there is mediastinum is divided into superior mediastinum and inferior mediastinum. Inferior mediastinum is further divided into anterior mediastinum, middle mediastinum, and posterior mediastinum. Now, firstly, let us start understanding how the structures are located in the thorax, and then we will talk about the various structures. Okay. Now this is manubrium. This is sternum. The diaphragm. The vertebral column. And this is the pericardium. This approximately lies at the level of T4. Above T4 is superior mediastinum. So something which we need to understand is the ascending aorta lies in the middle mediastinum. Ascending aorta. This ascending aorta at T4 becomes arch of aorta. At T4, it becomes arch of aorta. An arch of aorta gives its branches. The branches are left common carotid and left subclavian on the left side. On the right side, they arise from the brachiocephalic trunk. Then at again T4 level, the arch of aorta becomes descending thoracic aorta. Descending thoracic aorta. Then there is trachea. This trachea will come and just lie behind the pericardium. So it is considered a part of middle mediastinum. where it divides into right and left line. Then there is esophagus. Esophagus is the anterior-most content of the posterior. So here now, whenever we are talking about posterior mediastinum, we already have an idea that there is descending thoracic aorta. There is esophagus. There is esophagus. There is esophagus. When we talk about the middle mediastinum, the most important content of which will be heart. And then there will be the pulmonary trunk, and then the pulmonary arteries, pulmonary trunk, pulmonary artery, heart, trachea, bifurcation of diaphragm. Anterior mediastinum will not have important structures except for sternopericardial ligaments. Here, there will be thymus in the superior mediastinum. In the superior mediastinum, there will be these muscles arising from the sternum. Okay, the muscles arising from the sternum will be the part of the superior, like the muscles like the sternohyoid, the sternothyroid, then the lower end of the longus colli muscles. All these muscles, they are part of superior mediastinum. Okay. Another thing which we have to know is the phrenic nerve. The phrenic nerve which passes like this to the diaphragm will be in part of the superior mediastinum and middle mediastinum, while the vagus nerve will go from superior mediastinum to posterior mediastinum, the vagus. Okay, the vagus. So again, even before even starting the details of each of the uh, contents of each of the mediastinum, I am now going to talk about what did we see? We saw that the trachea. Firstly, we saw about the trachea. The trachea passed from superior mediastinum to middle mediastinum. Esophagus passed from superior mediastinum to posterior mediastinum. Then trachea, phrenic nerve had this course. Phrenic nerve also passed from superior mediastinum to middle mediastinum. And along with esophagus was vagus. Vagus also passed from superior mediastinum to posterior mediastinum. Then what did we see? We saw ascending aorta, ascending aorta, part of middle mediastinum. Then arch of aorta, part of superior mediastinum. And descending thoracic aorta, part of posterior mediastinum. Part of posterior mediastinum. Then we also studied that the pulmonary, the heart, the pulmonary trunk, the pulmonary arteries and trunk, they were part of middle mediastinum. They were part of middle mediastinum. Okay. With this basic knowledge, then thymus was part of superior mediastinum. Thymus was there in superior mediastinum. These muscles arising from the sternum were in superior mediastinum. Okay. With this basic knowledge, now let us start studying each of the mediastinum in detail. Each of the mediastinum in detail. And first comes the superior mediastinum. The superior mediastinum will be bounded anteriorly by manubrium, not by sternum, by manubrium. Posteriorly will be T1 to T4. T1 to T4. Okay. And then there will be superior inlet over here. So what will be the contents? One is trachea. Okay. So the content number one is trachea. Content number two going down along with trachea is esophagus. Content number three, the ascending aorta we said becomes a T4 arch of aorta. And then this arch of aorta goes down as descending thoracic. But right now we are just we are only talking about the superior mediastinum. So trachea, esophagus. Then arch of aorta. Arch of aorta and its branches. What are the branches? The brachiocephalic, left common carotid, and left subclavian. Then what is there? Thymus. Thymus. Then the thoracic duct is one structure uh, which comes from posterior mediastinum to superior mediastinum. Okay, it will be somewhere behind thoracic duct. The thoracic duct. Then there will be the muscles which arise from. There will be the muscles which arise from the sternum, the sternohyoid, the sternothyroid, the longus colli, all this. There will be the superior vena cava, the SVC, the superior vena cava, which is coming, draining the blood of the head neck, the blood of head neck phase. So that superior vena cava will be there in the superior mediastinum, and then it will pass into the middle. Other veins will be the right and the left brachiocephalic vein, which form the superior vena cava. So basically, if you look at the content, the arch of aorta looks like this. Its branches are here, the brachiocephalic, left common carotid, left subclavian. In front of them goes the brachiocephalic trunk from the left side, the brachiocephalic trunk from the right side, and superior vena cava is formed. So this is brachiocephalic vein of the left side, this is brachiocephalic vein of the right side, and together they unite to form superior vena cava. So this is how the contents of the superior mediastinum will look like. Arch of aorta, its three branches, brachiocephalic veins uniting to form superior vena cava. Okay, and then apart from this, there will be, so apart from arch of aorta, superior vena cava, arch of aorta and its branches, superior vena cava and its tributaries, there will be trachea, there will be esophagus, there will be phrenic nerve, there will be vagus nerve. Phrenic nerve will pass from superior mediastinum to middle mediastinum. Vagus nerve will pass from superior mediastinum to posterior mediastinum. And then there will be some muscles. And then there will be an organ like thymus. So these are the contents of the superior mediastinum. Now, anterior mediastinum, hardly there is anything except for the sternopericardial membrane. And so that's what we said, anterior mediastinum, sternopericardial membrane. Some part of the thymus may go here and some lymph nodes will be there. So the next most important component of the mediastinum, okay, they are the middle mediastinum. The middle mediastinum. What is there in the middle mediastinum? So the middle mediastinum, suppose this is the sternum, this is the diaphragm, and this is T4 to T12. The middle mediastinum is formed by the pericardium and its contents. So this part extending from here to here is middle mediastinum. Middle mediastinum. So most important content of middle mediastinum is heart. Then ascending aorta. So ascending aorta goes like this, and at T4 it becomes arch of aorta. So arch of aorta is a part of superior mediastinum. Ascending aorta part of middle mediastinum. Then pulmonary trunk and pulmonary arteries. Pulmonary trunk and pulmonary artery. Then phrenic nerve. Then trachea. The trachea, which is almost attached to the pericardium, which divides into right and the left trunk. So this trachea is again a part of the middle. What else will be there in medial mediastinum? SVC, the lower part of the SVC. Then the terminal part of azygous vein. The terminal part of the azygous vein. SVC, azygous vein, and pulmonary veins. SVC, azygous veins, and pulmonary veins. So heart, ascending aorta, pulmonary trunk, the two pulmonary arteries, okay, superior vena cava, azygous veins, pulmonary veins, okay. This will be the content. heart encloses the pericardium. Then there will be the tracheobronchial limb. The, the boundary will be and anteriorly will be the sternum and posteriorly will be esophagus. So esophagus will be there posterior. Okay, and on both the sides will be mediastinal pleura. Most of the times on both the sides is mediastinal pleura. On the both the sides is mediastinal pleura. Now coming to the next, that is the posterior mediastinum. Posterior mediastinum. Again, this is manubrium, this is sternum, this is the diaphragm, and here is the middle mediastinum, that is the pericardium and the heart. So this is middle mediastinum. Above this is superior mediastinum. This is anterior mediastinum, and posterior mediastinum is here. The most anterior most part of posterior mediastinum is esophagus. So here we can see the esophagus runs from superior mediastinum to the posterior mediastinum. Inferior mediastinum is divided into anterior, middle, and posterior mediastinum. Right? Esophagus runs like, okay. Then there will be, we said arch of aorta is part of middle mediastinum. Sorry, ascending aorta part of middle mediastinum, arch of aorta part of superior mediastinum, and then descending thoracic aorta. So this is descending thoracic aorta. Descending thoracic aorta, esophagus. These are the two important contents of the posterior. Apart from that, there will be azygous vein. Azygous vein. Azygous. There will be, with azygous vein, hemiazygous vein. With azygous vein, there will be hemiazygous vein. And there will be accessory hemiazygous vein. There will be azygous vein, hemiazygous vein, and accessory hemiazygous vein. Okay, so these will be the three most important. These will be the three most important veins present in the posterior mediastinum: azygous vein, hemiazygous vein, and accessory hemiazygous vein. Azygous vein, accessory hemiazygous vein, and hemiazygous vein. There will be esophagus, descending thoracic aorta, and its branches. The nerve will be vagus. The nerve will be vagus. So lower down here, I'm writing the content. Huh? Esophagus, azygous vein, vagus. Most important nerve will be vagus. There will be splanchnic nerve also. Then there will be the lymph node and lymphatic, posterior mediastinal lymph node and other. Okay. So again, I would like to repeat the content of the posterior mediastinum. And before we go to the content of the posterior mediastinum, let's see the boundary. Most of the mediastinum, the boundaries on each side will be mediastinal fluid. Now here anteriorly will be the pericardium and bifurcation of trachea. Posteriorly will be T4 to T12. T4 to T12. Okay. Inferiorly will be the diaphragm. Inferiorly will be the diaphragm. So all these contents will be piercing diaphragm and going into the abdomen. Like esophagus pierces the diaphragm at T10 level. Descending thoracic aorta pierces the diaphragm at T12 level. Okay, so looking at the diagram, let us talk about what are the contents. Azygous vein, hemiazygous, accessory hemiazygous vein, esophagus, then vagus nerve, descending thoracic aorta and its branches. Okay, and few lymph nodes like the posterior mediastinal. Okay, and most important is thoracic duct. The thoracic duct. Thoracic duct. The thoracic duct will pass from posterior mediastinum and it will go to the superior mediastinum. Okay, superior mediastinum. So these are the contents of the posterior mediastinum. Now, let us talk in short about the applied anatomy. Let us talk in short about the applied anatomy of the mediastinum. Like applied anatomy of the now the basically what happens is that there is lot of the veins on the right side which lead to dead space. So tumors, fluid, they always accumulate on the right side in the superior skin. Okay. Now, uh, this is manubrium, sternum, and this is diaphragm. This is T1 to T12. This is T4 level. So what happens is this is arch of aorta. There are three layers of the investing layer of cervical fascia, pretracheal and prevertebral layer. The pretracheal layer of the cervical fascia, the pretracheal layer of cervical fascia, it somewhere merges with the tissue around the aorta. The prevertebral layer, it gets attached. This prevertebral layer, it gets attached to T4 level. So we talk about pus, the travel of pus in front of pretracheal layer passes from superior mediastinum to anterior mediastinum. From superior mediastinum to anterior mediastinum. Here is middle mediastinum. The pus between pretracheal and prevertebral passes from superior mediastinum to posterior mediastinum. Superior mediastinum to posterior mediastinum. Pus behind the prevertebral layer, because the prevertebral layer is attached to T4 vertebra. The pus behind the prevertebral layer remains restricted to superior mediastinum only. I'll repeat again. This is pretracheal layer of cervical fascia, fascia of the neck. This is prevertebral layer which gets attached at T4. So pus behind prevertebral gets restricted to T4, so remains in superior mediastinum. Pus between pretracheal and prevertebral passes from superior to posterior mediastinum, and pus anterior to pretracheal passes from superior mediastinum to anterior mediastinum. That's about the applied anatomy of the mediastinum. Thank you so much.